Let's look at how the hidden function works. The hidden function is kind of a cool thing where you can make things reveal and pop away. Right now I just have 3 different things on the board here. And if I just click on them, you can see how the play button goes. It'll just hide away. Notice how my button's still showing right there, has a little play button by it, showing that there is something there for me to have action with. So we can hide and reveal things. It can be text, it can be an image. So this is hide and reveal. So it's kind of cool. So you can have something sitting there and then you can pop it out and show it on the front. So it could be answers to a question or something like that. That's one method where you're directly interacting with the object. There's another kind of hide that we're going to show you how to do, where you can have an image up and then you can have a button that you enact and it makes it come around or makes it appear and disappear. So that's the 2 different ways we're going to look at how we interact with hide today. Alright, in my example, remember how when I had them both together and they click and they both hide? Let's look at how we got to do that first. So I have 2 objects. I have a square and the text here. I want them both to be as one and hide. When I click on either the box or the words, it all hides together. So once again, I have to group these 2 objects together. So if you remember, I just make my little selector window, grab any part of those 2 objects, and then right there, that little grouped button, I'm going to click on grouped, and now those 2 objects are grouped together as one. So if I grab onto them, they're going to move together. Once I have them grouped, now it's time to put the action of hide on it. So I'm going to click on it, and when I click on it, the perimeter goes around, and then I'm going to right click, click Action Browser, and this opens up my Action Browser over here. I'm going to look through all my options, and I'm looking for one that's called Hidden. And it has a little eyeball with red X over it. See Hidden right there? So we're going to click on Hidden, and when it pops that, it's going to say, what is your target object? And target object is the object that's going to receive the action, that's going to hide when I click on that box. So we're going to click on the little box there with the dots to show me all the objects on the page. And we could just do the red box, we could just do the text, we could do that image over there, this one over there, but we're going to click on the one that's the grouped object. See the little group symbol right there? And if we click on that, you can see over here in the image where it has my red box, and you can kind of see the text. I don't know why it throws it off like that, but that's just showing that those 2 objects are going to be together. And then I'm going to click OK. And then finally, to start, before I click off the page, you need to make sure you click Apply Changes at the bottom. So once I click Apply Changes, now you can see how that blue play button is affected. So when I click, it disappears. And when I hover over that spot where that box is, you'll notice how the blue button pops back up. I click and it reappears. So that's how we do the simple, where it's just the object itself that we're clicking and hiding. Now let's look at how we use the hide function when we have an object over someplace else, and when we click on it, something appears or disappears. So I have 2 objects on this page to make it simpler to look at. I have a picture here and I have an object here. So I want this object, when I click on the object, this picture will disappear and reappear. So once again, like we just did on the original object, we're going to right click on that object, go to our Action Browser, and right there in Action Browser we're going to find Hidden. And when we find Hidden, this time and at our target, instead of selecting a little green star like we did on the previous page, we're going to select the image. So now what this says is I have action in place on this star, and when I click on it, the target that's receiving the action is the picture. So image 1. And then of course, before I end everything, I'm going to hit Apply. And now, when I click on the little green star, you can see how the blue arrow comes up, start button comes up, the picture goes away. And when I click on it again, it reappears. So that's how you can indirectly affect other objects on the page with that hide function. So we can just hide and go away. One last thing I want to show you before I send you loose on this. You might have noticed that when I select an object, down here on the bottom of the right click menu, you see hide. If you click on that, it's just going to hide that object. It's not going to have action in place, so let me do it. So I'm going to click hide here. Oh, let's go out to this mode. And now you can see that object is completely gone, and I can't click on it. There's no action button to bring it back. So the only way I can bring that object back if I've used that hidden in that way is to go to my design mode up here. Remember my blue and my orange snowflake? Go to my design mode, select the object, and then uncheck hide. So the hide that's on this menu is different than the hide that's in the action menu. This hide just makes things disappear. It doesn't make it so they can disappear and reappear, so don't get confused with those two. That's a little bit different of a hide. But you should be set now. I've given you all the instructions on how to do hide and reveal and things like that. Let me take it off action. And you should be knowledgeable enough to be dangerous now. So go forth and hide things.